many of you have interacted with a nurse? Perhaps as a patient or even as the family member of a patient, maybe even for volunteer work. I think it is fair to say most of us, if not all of us, are familiar with the nurses. We all know nurses are an important part of the healthcare system, but do you know how modern nursing was created and influenced? Florence Nightingale's contribution to healthcare and nursing have improved and impacted the quality of healthcare and the lives of many. Initially, I will discuss the background of Florence Nightingale and nursing before Nightingale. Second, I will discuss her contributions to the field. And third, I will discuss how her legacy lives on today. So what was nursing like before Florence Nightingale? And who was she? According to Chatterjee, 2023, nursing originates from the Latin word nutritia, which means to nourish. All societies would care for the sick. India had a key medical book called the Charaka Samhita that stated how nurses, who happened to be men at the time, had direct patient care over 2,000 years ago. According to Glassler, during the Middle Ages, nursing care was linked to religious orders and was not exclusive to nuns. Unlike nurses today, they did not have standardized or formal training. As for Nightingale, she was born on the 12th of May, 1820 to a wealthy British family. According to McEwen and Wills, 2021, she was educated by her father in subjects that were normally not taught to women at the time. However, she went against her parents' wishes and chose to care for the sick. She went to the only formal nursing education at the time, which was in Kaiserswerth, Germany. So what did Florence Nightingale do that was so revolutionary? According to Nichols et al., during the Crimea War, Nightingale was a nurse administrator in Barrack Hospital. There were major sanitation issues, short staff, supply shortages, and high soldier mortality rates. Nightingale kept meticulous records and used these records to highlight the needs for the hospital. This allowed her to obtain action from the British Army, which furthermore led to the creation of the British Sanitation Commission. Nightingale stated how impure drainage led to the spread of infectious disease, but more on that later. In addition, Nightingale was an advocate for the patients and nursing staff. She supported the integration of nurses into the hospital staff when physicians did not value nurses as colleagues. These nurses not only cared for the sick, they also ensured that the laundry, the linens, the kitchen, cleaning services, warehouses were taken care of. But Florence Nightingale's impact expanded beyond Crimea and her lifetime. Nightingale encouraged her nurses to think about the air the patients were breathing and how important it is to breathe fresh air. Today, in the hospital and in healthcare settings, ensuring patients having proper ventilation and having proper air is vital. According to Franco Santos et al., ensuring proper cleanliness and drainage helps prevent the spread of infection. Today, making sure the environment is clean and the healthcare worker having proper sanitation is strongly emphasized. Infection prevention is a big part in hospitals and healthcare systems, and even in non-healthcare settings, such as schools. According to Franco Santos et al., the first teaching systems for nurses were created by Nightingale in 1860 in England. Later on, the Nightingale system was disseminated throughout the world and still influences nursing institutions to this day. It's interesting to think about what we know as nursing was not created until fairly recently. Today I informed you of the background of nursing and Florence Nightingale, her contribution to nursing, and how her legacy lives on today. So yes, the nurse that we now know today has gone through many changes, with one woman making a huge impact on the lives of many. Thank you.